everybody? I'm on my way to go donate some plasma. And I just got done voting as well. The line was not too long. It was about 2 hours is what I waited. Apparently it had been longer earlier today, but I'm glad it wasn't like a horrible wait. But that's knocked out of the way. And now it's time to go make some money. And we will be cruising, unfortunately, through a little bit of rush hour traffic. So we'll knock that out as well. Hopefully not get knocked the fuck out. And at some point, I will need to put some gas in here. It's only about 20 miles from where I'm going. So this should be pretty fun. Whee! All right. On the long trips, or like, not even long trips, sorry, but whenever I know it's going to be busier, I generally don't like to, sorry, look at my lips, they're a little dry. I generally don't like to be in the lane that I don't need to be in, because I hate switching over. Granted, it's not an issue for me. I just don't like doing it if I don't have to. So I get to stay in this lane for the majority of it, which is nice, because here in about 3 miles I'll have to turn right onto yet another busy ass road called Goldenrod, which I feel Goldenrod's just as bad as Narcoossee, even though it's only 4 lanes instead of 6. So nice. God, look at that McLaren. Yeah, you can't hear it probably, but it sounded nice. My mouth is a little itchy too. I want to scratch it, but I can't. So I don't know what to talk about today. I did not make a talking point or anything, so it's just more rambling. Even though I said on the last video, people come up with talking points, which is why the videos turn out better. I really don't have anything, because I wasn't expecting to go anywhere today, because I thought I was just going to drive the RAV4. And when I saw that the weather was going to be nice tonight, I said, you know what, I'm off work early, and on top of that, it's going to be nice weather, it's cool, there's clouds. I will do that. I will ride the ruckus. And I was torn up for like a solid 2.5, 3 minutes, going back and forth whether it was a good idea or not. And I got a guy that I know there that I've told him about the ruckus since I started building it. And I keep telling him, like, one of these days I'm going to ride it up here, one of these days. And so finally, last week I was supposed to, but I did not. I had some other stuff come up, and I didn't even go. So I'm gonna surprise him, even though it's during work. I don't know if he'll be able to take any time to go and see it out back, but it'll be there. It will be there. Well, the traffic isn't too bad. I forgot this little school right here. I think it's a private school. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. It's always busy getting out right about this time. And so we're just going to stay in this line because I don't know what's going on over here. Oh, I'm blind. I forgot that's the community up there. That's why they got the lights flashing. So, but yeah. a nice little area over here. I wouldn't get an apartment. All this land. Let's talk about fishing, though. That is one thing I wanted to get back into for a while, except I don't like fishing off the bank. I like fishing off of a long dock or a boat. That's the only way I'll really fish. And since I don't have a boat and I don't have the money to own a boat, I've been wanting to kayak for a long time as well. And so what I plan on doing is buying a kayak. I haven't picked out which one I want. If anyone's got some suggestions after I get done talking about it, point me in the right direction, maybe. So I've been looking at a bunch of fishing kayaks. Nothing in particular, just seeing what's out there. Price wise, I know I'm going to have to pay a hefty fine for. But for the most part, they're all reasonably priced. They're not too far off in each other's price range. Some are a few $100s more, some are a couple thousand more. But I'm also not trying to become like some kind of professional fisherman where I got $2,000 worth of tackle and rods and reels and everything on the kayak with me. So I've also, I didn't know this was a thing, but I guess it makes sense. You've got modular kayaks, and so those are pretty cool. I actually like those a lot. They're a bit cheaper than some of the other standard fishing kayaks, but I still prefer a standard fishing kayak, not a modular one. I had looked at inflatable ones because those have come a long way apparently. I didn't do my research on them too much, but I do know that they're definitely your budget friendly, of course, and they're pretty good. They do the job well, and them popping isn't such a big issue. And I want one that I can attach an awning to as well, because I've seen some of those fishing tents with awnings, and I'm just like, that is so badass. Granted, I know it's going to get in the way of fishing, turning around, casting, etc. It's just not ideal, but it's not like it's going to hinder it. So I've been looking at some kayaks and such. I don't have the list of kayaks I've been looking at, because I put together an Excel spreadsheet, which I'll get into that, because I'm big on Word documents and Excel spreadsheets. Just that way I don't have to do as crazy as shopping in the future. So there's a couple main brands that are out there, and I don't know if I want to go with one of the big names, or if I want to go with more of a mid-grade because of my skill level. I know how to kayak; that's not an issue. It's just do I need the expensive ass one? I do know that for the pedals, I've done the research on fins over propellers. Both have the pros and cons. I do like the fact that propellers you can you just pedal backwards and then you go backwards because of the propeller and how it works. But the fins, you have to take out the assembly and then flip it around, pedal backwards, and then rinse and repeat and go forward. So that's a bit of a problem. I've seen them both priced around the same for what they're offering, and it also comes like what type of waters are you fishing in or going in. Like, is there going to be a lot of buildup underneath with weeds and such, or anything like that? And that, because obviously if there are, the propellers are going to be a little worse off. They're more likely to get entangled with the weeds, while fins are just going to be able to brush them off easily. And even if it does get entangled, it's not a difficult process to get them undone or anything. And I feel the fins are probably a little less maintenance oriented. due to not really needing any bearings. And so I've leaned more towards the fins themselves than the actual propellers. And that's probably what I'll go with. And I found some of the propellers that I like are just a little bit more expensive. And it's not that I like money is an issue or anything. It's just, obviously you don't want to spend a lot if you don't need to. And so I kind of want to keep it simple. And the kayaks themselves, from what I've seen, not all of them are compatible with everything, which I guess makes sense, but at the same time doesn't. So that's new to me. But yep, goldenrod. Gotta love this traffic. I need to get into the far left lane. That's a good song. I remember. It's a really good song. Yeah, kayaks. I used to love fishing a good bit, and so I haven't been fishing in 2 decades almost. And so I would like to get back into it, and if I can, that would make me happy. Anyway, fishing. Anybody fish? Leave a comment. Tell me what you do as far as fishing, what type of fishing, how you fish, what kind of bait you prefer to use, lures, anything. Give me some motivation. And it's sprinkling. Yeah, I'll take some motivation though. Alright, well, I just got done excuse me, donating, and I'm on my way home, and I didn't realize it rained until I got in my ruckus, and the seat was wet, and the rest of it was wet, but that's fine. The handlebars are fairly dry, so that's a good thing.